All right, everybody. Welcome back for another one. And I wanted to start this video off taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. And all I'm going to do for the rest of the video is do some charting. All right. Because I feel like it's really important right now to take more of a big picture look at the market, right? You can just see the emotions up and down, right? That's how crypto is. If you're new to the space, get used to it. Because one day you'll feel like you hit it home and you know you're going to be rich. And the next day you'll feel like you lost it all after a 10% dump, right? So, anyways, so what I really think is happening right now, I'm going to show you, right? So basically, I've been talking about this for a while now. I thought it looked like Bitcoin was really repeating the same cycle it went through 2019, right? A very definitive Elliott wave impulse in 2019 is obvious in the charts, right? So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like textbook Elliott wave, right? And then A, B, C correction. That's exactly what happened. And what was happening with the RSI? Well, you can see it was downtrending the whole time. Perfect to see in an Elliott wave as well. Well, what's happening right here with Bitcoin? Same thing, same exact structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then will we get an ABC correction? Maybe. We'll see. Something like that could definitely happen. But if you can't see it, look closely at this RSI, right? During this time frame, it looks awfully similar to what we saw over here, right? Almost the same exact thing. So to me, the chart setup looks exactly like that move in 2019. And until Bitcoin shows me different, this is what I'm expecting, right? And what that would do is probably take us down to about 40,000 in Bitcoin before we get another correction upwards, which could take us to 55, 56,000 area. But then we would continue down and probably find a floor at around 30,000. Right, here come the people in my comments again telling me that I'm an idiot. Tesla's accepting Bitcoin for payment. Tesla's buying Bitcoin. Everyone's buying Bitcoin. But what those people don't realize is that every single asset goes up and then it also goes down. It doesn't just go up in a straight line, all right? Institutions buy everything. Crypto is one of the only asset categories that isn't really being purchased by institutions on a globally accepted level yet, all right? So that's why everyone's so excited, but that doesn't mean that the price only goes up, all right? So it's very important to take a step back sometimes and try to give yourself reality, truth, not just what you want to hear, right? But that's fine. We're also starting to see, like I've been talking about this resistance we've been fighting in the altcoin dominance for a while now. Well, off this dump, good news is we broke through that, right? So yesterday we had the big dump, but we came back up and tried to go under it again, and it held support. So to me, this looks good for altcoins, all right? Well, in 2019, this dump wasn't good for altcoins. They followed Bitcoin down, and they didn't have any gains from there on. Well, we see a decoupling, right? This is what we're looking for. Everyone's been expecting an alt season, myself as well. So will we get it? I don't know. I mean, to me, the signs look like we got one coming. All right, so we're breaking up above this resistance, and the next level will be 44%. I think once we're over that 44%, this thing is going to continue to run. All right. One thing I wanted to point out as well is BC Backer, right? He's a great technical analyst. I love his charting, and he tries to give both views as well and stay rational. But anyone should do that does technical analysis, right? You can't just be biased and try to paint the picture that you want, right? But anyway, he says this is the altcoin market cap total, right? He says normally he sees a double tap, right? It comes down, retests that all-time high, and retests it again, and then it takes off. Well, it looks like we might be doing that right now, right? It could easily come back down and retest. That would only be like another 10% down from here in altcoins across the board. So for me, I'm like, let's just go ahead and get that over with and get on out of there. All right. I think Ethereum is going to lead the charge in that. All right. So I've been showing you this bar pattern before. This is the Bitcoin bar pattern from 2017 when it was fighting against its all-time high and finally broke out. Well, as you can see here, Ethereum is definitely pulling down already. I think if it can continue this wave down, that will give us our double tap we're looking for, and then we can continue up. See if it plays out like that or not, but this is what I'm looking at, all right? And as I've shown you, when you lay over this pattern, it looks very similar to Bitcoin in 2017, and ironically enough, it takes us all the way up to the fib extension level, would put Ethereum up around the 5,800 area, and also would take us into June of some kind of time frame of peaking out. Obviously, history doesn't repeat itself identically, but you can always find patterns that continue to play out in the charts, and these are a few things that I'm noticing. Another thing I noticed is that XRP took this dip like a champ, right? It hardly felt it at all. So any bit of sell-off it had yesterday has already almost been bought back up. As you can see right now, XRP is at about 52.3 cents. So it's doing fine. There's nothing really to see here other than one thing I wanted to point out I noticed is XRP seems to be fighting this downtrend, right? So look, if you draw from the top of 2017, 18, you can see that we're fighting up against this downtrend line over and over and over, right? So I think that this is like make or break time frame, right? As soon as XRP pumps up over this and finds support, I don't see anything in its way from there, all right? Obviously, you want to get up over that like 85-cent area as well, but I just found it very interesting, right? You can see a clear and obvious downtrend right here that it keeps bumping up against, and it also looks an awful lot like an inverse head and shoulders, right? We will see. I just think that this is it for XRP, and obviously if it takes off, that's going to eat into this altcoin dominance, or Bitcoin dominance rather. So just wanted to kind of put things into perspective for everyone. This is nothing new in crypto. Honestly, all throughout 2017, Bitcoin dumped a lot more, right? Over and over and over. It had 30-40% pullbacks all along the way, right? So this time around looks completely different. Like I showed you, I think that we're only going to get this big run up, right? Maybe a correction and then another big run up on the back end. That's how I see this playing out. Could totally be wrong, but unfortunately, technical analysis is a lot like being a weatherman. So you can tell people it might rain today and they change their plans based on that, and then it doesn't rain, right? So who knows what's going to happen. I'm just trying to show you some obvious things in the charts and help calm your nerves, right? Because also tying in with all this, there's this thing called the Bitcoin or Crypto Fear and Greed Index, right? So see, right now we're at about 60, still in the greed section, but back in 2019, what happened? We ran all the way up and peaked at about 92 for the greed. And from there, we dumped. Well, we hit about that same exact level over and over here, 92 to 95. And what are we doing? We're coming down. So this is always important to pay attention to as well. Basically, every time in crypto, if you bought the all the way down in 10 to 15% level for extreme fear, did well, right? But March of 2020, you could have really bought that fear down there and you'd be doing great. So we'll see. This is always important to pay attention to as well. Just wanted to point this out. If you guys didn't know about it, it's a great tool to look at. Right? If you found value in the video, go ahead and join my Patreon as well. The link is in the description. And in there, I'll give you access to my Discord, as well as all of my day-to-day trade updates. I also update people on what I'm doing with my yield farming, how much percentage gains I'm getting, and so on. So if you think that interests you, go ahead and check it out. All right, that should do it for the video today. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
Paper money is going away.
Yes.
And crypto is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
That has its pros and cons.
Just to clarify, Tesla's not going to start selling Bitcoin anytime
No,
soon.
we're not.
Okay, you heard it here first, even though everyone thought that.
Yeah, right.